All right, so I'm going to run down some quick scientific method for anybody who's interested. My observation of research is going to be the sun. My hypothesis is the sun is local. So my prediction is that temperature highs and lows will show a pattern that correlate with the sun's location over the AE map. My experiment was to gather temperature data and compare said temperature data, and I did that. And my conclusion is that higher temperatures are recorded where the sun is the closest, at the times when the sun is the closest, and coldest temperatures are recorded in locations where the sun is further from that location at that time. And there's a direct correlation between the proximity of the sun and the temperature, meaning at high noon, the sun is overhead where I am at my noon, and the temperature is proportionally higher than the temperature at noon during winter. And there will be a correlation between those numbers, that a proportional correlation. So that was the first one. The second one is the sun, and that the sun is local, and it is the yearly movement of however many degrees north until summer, and then from there south until winter. I believe that the sun being local, it circles overhead once per day in a spiraling pattern. My prediction is, if that's true, we'll see the sun set progressively more north or more south, depending on where it is in its cycle each night along the horizon. It'll be in a progression. It'll appear to move. It'll be in a different spot each night, progressively, in one direction until that side of the season, and then it'll go in the other direction. My experiment was to collect photo data of sunsets and look for movement, and we have that. And that's in the form of these photos and video, where I clearly show a progression of sunsets from February to March in a more northernly, consecutively more northern setting location. I'll show you. It looks like this, sort of. If I was to draw these lines on what we see outside, it'd look like this. Concentric circles getting smaller. Smaller and smaller into March. From February to March. Smaller circles. So, yes, it looks to me as if the sun is circling overhead. It looks to me as if the sun is making larger and larger circles right now, and it'll do that until December. So there you go. That's some scientific method for you. It's hard to argue with science. There you go.